Rude removal, more like nice adding. Oh my god. This episode from Dexter's laboratory sucks. This episode starts when Dexter is in his laboratory finalizing his newest invention. DD enters and interrupts his work by standing on the tubes, leaving Dexter with burnt hair. Dexter then shows her his invention, the rude removal system. After a brief walkthrough of his invention, Dexter and DD have a brief argument over who is the ruder one. It ends with DD kicking Dexter towards the rude removal system, inadvertently causing him to turn it on. Enraged, Dexter charges at DD and a fight embroils between them. They both end up in one side of the rude removal system and are cleansed of their rudeness. However, the rude removal system creates rude versions of Fat Dexter and DD, both of whom say offensive things to the nice Dexter and DD after they introduce themselves. Dexter asks for an apology, but rude Dexter objects, threatening to punch him in his face. A Momo then calls Dexter and DD down for lunch, and the rude versions of themselves go in their stead. In the kitchen, rude Dexter and rude DD fight over a chair. Rude DD then bumps rude Dexter onto the floor, causing Mom to nearly trip with the bowl of food she made. After sampling it, rude Dexter tells Mom it tastes like shit and spits it on her, causing Mom to faint. He then goes to rummage through the refrigerator and finds himself a pie. Mom wakes from her daze and tells rude Dexter that he is not allowed to eat dessert, to which he backtalks her and again making Mom faint. In one of the cabinets, rude DD throws out several things while looking for candy. She throws a can that hits rude Dexter in his head. He tells her to watch where she's throwing, and rude DD responds by purposefully throwing another can of food at the back of his head. A fight between the rude siblings ensues, with rude Dexter and rude DD throwing food back and forth. Mom comes to her senses and orders rude Dexter and rude DD to clean up the now messy kitchen and to go to their rooms. Rude Dexter objects by disrespectfully telling Mom that she's the one to clean up the mess, and both he and rude DD take their leave. The nice Dexter and DD go to the kitchen while rude Dexter and rude DD run upstairs. Back in the kitchen, Mom orders Dexter and DD to clean up the mess their rude counterparts left behind while she goes to get a bar of soap. Suddenly, something in Dexter's laboratory shuts down. Dexter and DD go there to fix it, but before doing so, Dexter leaves a note on the fridge. In Dexter's laboratory, rude Dexter and rude DD are both wreaking havoc. After asking them to stop, Dexter and DD run behind a wall just as rude Dexter fires several blasts at them. They then run toward the rude removal system and artificially act out their plan. The rude siblings overhear them and run into the left side of the rude removal system, to which DD closes the door and Dexter boots up the sequence reversal. Dexter and DD, who are now back to normal, leave the lab arguing once more about who is the ruder one. Their argument is cut off as Mom stands in Dexter's doorway holding a bar of soap. Dexter says oh shit just as the iris closes in on him, and the episode ends. And that's how the episode is. Wow, just fucking wow. This episode was very inappropriate. I just wanted to say, where did Dexter and DD learn these words? Did they watch too many South Park? Thank God Cartoon Network rejected this episode. I don't know who likes this episode, so I'm gonna leave a B. Do you know who hates this episode? Everybody. So screw rude removal, and I don't know what else sucks, so I'm gonna leave it B. The Big Sister is 2,000 times better than rude removal. End of rant.